are in El Salvador. We left San Salvador this morning, and there's another volcano, again covered up by clouds, like always. Our luck, but we have this amazing view as we drive past, as we drive back into the valley towards the border to Honduras.
Honduras. I'm sorry, you can see people working.
You can see what?
Down here in the field, you can see people walking in the field.
What do you need so we can go up there and look for them right quick? Okay.
See the screw? I needed at least 2 inches, but no longer than 2.5 inches. And I need
2 inches long?
Either 2 inches or 2.5. And then
this side.
Oh, here it's excuse me. Take it off. Take it off. That's just not safe. I mean, you would know, right? It's the first time in Honduras you don't go. Said they would accept the iPad. I mean, if you don't trust us, we're going to give it to them. We're not that big. Let's go. Ncaragua, you remember, yeah? chaperone to prostitute. Oh, there's the reception.
I'm so glad we got this beautiful room in Honduras, and for all the hotels we've stayed at lately, look at
Yeah.
this, a king-size bed.
Check this out. For $55 a night,
Yeah.
you're getting this cool room.
Yes,
And-
and it's totally safe.
Yeah.
They have an arms.
This is for the first time we show everything that we're carrying with us. Every little bit of
And
it.
this-
We got here yesterday, I would say at 6, to Hotel Casa Real in Choluteca. Choluteca.
It's actually on your way to Nicaragua. It's
Yes.
off the highway on your way to Nicaragua, but we
If you go
recommend.
south in Honduras, you can keep on going east, but if you go south, you come through this town.
So note about safety. We left since El Salvador yesterday. We were at the border at noon, and we did not get processed through immigration until
5:15.
5:15. And you really don't want to be out after dark in Honduras, especially if you don't know the country and you don't know where you're staying. So it was very important for us to find a hotel. Fortunately, our map, we downloaded a map app.
Our app is maps.me. It runs on Android, and you have offline maps available if your phone or tablet has GPS functionality.
But it will also tell you where the hotels are located, which is super important. Because we did try another hotel in this town and it didn't look that great, but this one did. The owner was sitting outside watching soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
And there was an armed guard running around.
Yeah.
So that's important, especially for the safety of your bikes.
Yeah. What was really interesting when we crossed the border is you have all those people try to sell you their services, and our guide told us it would take 30 minutes, and it ended up taking 5 hours.
5 hours, and they kept adding things to what we needed to have. We're not commercial drivers. Remember that when you're coming through the border. You're not a commercial truck driver. You don't need to be paying road taxes. There's probably no need for fumigating your bikes or any of that other stuff. Just read up online on what's required, and then also the paperwork will tell you too what your fees are. But I understand that they're poor countries and there's a lot of desperate people and they do need money, but they are running scams at the border.
Really scamming, so they try to scam us out of hundreds of dollars there.
Yeah.
And if you can, stay with your papers. If you travel with more than 2 people, have one person stay with the papers so you know which official you're talking to or which official is processing the papers, and don't hand it off to strangers.
Because they tried to take our papers and not give us our papers until we had paid them almost an additional $170. And
Yeah.
it really should have only cost about $30 a piece for a tourist visa and for the motorcycles to
Yes.
enter into Honduras, because Honduras.
Oh yeah, 25 miles to go, yes. Look at those potholes, there are construction crews everywhere.
Alright, so here we are. This is the border from Honduras to Nicaragua, and we are technically already in Nicaragua. Over there, that's where the fumigation is. It was fairly simple to leave the Honduras. Of course, a bunch of people came to us and offered the services, and we just said no and just ignored everybody. And they left us alone. It was great. Then we went in there to the first window, and he said Primera, and he showed us to the other window. Super easy. So we got our stamps and our passports. Then we exported the vehicles. Took 3 minutes in total, and then we headed out. And so that was super easy to actually leave Honduras. So now to come in here, so a guy stopped, checked our passport, and then told us to go to immigration. So that's where we are right now, and we went to the migration. Oh.
En el área del
This is our first pit stop in Nicaragua, and so we just crossed the border, which went fairly, I would say, okay, not terrible. And that's what we saw when we got to the other side. So if anybody ever wondered where clouds are coming from, this volcano is spitting the clouds in the air. And that's here in Nicaragua. That's super amazing. Here's a crop. The roads are actually fairly decent. So, we found a hotel room in El Convento.
I know, and you dressed up all fancy.
What do you mean all fancy? I mean,
You found us this fancy hotel, like it's all fancy pants hotel.
it's a fancy hotel. It's $130 a night, which is it's insane for Nicaragua. But we're in Nicaragua, and this is an old church. Actually, right there you can see the inside of the church, and this is the old convent that was connected to it, and this is the backyard. So the hotel is absolutely amazing. Can't argue with that. So it's quite the experience to see this. It was just a lucky find for us, and it turned out really well. And you're live, you're live.
So we're about 20 kilometers outside of Leon, which is in Nicaragua, and we've been driving, you know, a while. And Olaf is kind of puttering behind a couple of cars, and I'm like looking in the other lane of this 2-lane highway, and I'm like, I can take these 2 cars ahead of him. So I did. This is a solid yellow line, and I didn't see the police. Little police stand set up down the road. So yeah, they waved me in, because the police don't come after you in Nicaragua, they just wave you over. So I stopped. I didn't know what I'd done. They asked me for my papers, and I said, he has my papers, and I pointed behind me to Olaf, because Olaf carries my papers.